Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing the Reader Problems book tag. I was tagged in this by Cats and Camera, a booktuber, so I'll leave her channel in the description below. Thank you so much for tagging me. She's amazing, so definitely check out her channel. I'm just going to start answering the questions. The first question is, you have 20,000 books on your TBR. How in the world do you decide what to read next? I just read, really, I just kind of ignore my TBR and I just read what I'm in the mood for. Like if I see something on my shelf and I'm kind of like, that's been sitting there for ages and I'm really in the mood to read it, I might as well read it, because if you think about it, like everything that you haven't read is on your TBR, so you might as well just read whatever you're in the mood for. Sometimes even that's rereads. It's good to reread things because then you can actually have more accurate recommendations whenever you're telling people what you like and what you don't, if you reread something and then you end up not liking it. So I literally read whatever I'm in the mood for, no matter what. No matter what's on my TBR, I honestly just read whatever I'm in the mood for. The second question is, you're halfway through a book and you're just not loving it. Do you quit or are you committed? It depends on my mood. Sometimes I would just leave it and come back to it later, but I would actually come back to it later. I wouldn't just drop it and then take years to come back. I would actually come back to it. As well, sometimes I just go through it and I just keep going and I end up really liking the book, so it just kind of depends on what how I'm feeling. Sometimes even if a book's good, I just kind of drop it because I'm not in the mood for it, and that's why I come back, because you never know if you're just not in the mood. So it just, my answer is it depends on my mood. I would do both, either. The third question is, the end of the year is coming and you're so close but so far away in your Goodreads reading challenge. Do you try to catch up, and how? 2018 is probably going to the first year that I actually take my reading challenge on Goodreads seriously, because I have only started BookTube now, so it hasn't been something that I take it seriously because nobody really cares what I was reading. So I haven't actually stuck by an actual Goodreads reading challenge before, so I can't really answer this question. But if I was, I would probably just really read really as much as I can, and try and beat the challenge, because stuff like that, I just always want to get as much done and actually do what I said to do, or else I would just make me feel bad. So I would need to read just really fast, and just every single second I would just be reading. The fourth question is, the covers of a series you love do not match. How do you cope? My Hunger Games don't match and it's really annoying, and I have a couple of other series that don't match, but I don't really mind it as much as other people do. It doesn't really bother me as much, probably as it should, but I just usually I'm just so excited to actually get the book and to actually be able to read it in a physical copy, rather than actually caring that it doesn't match the rest of the series. I just I'm usually not thinking about that, and then by the time I've done them, I'm excited for something else and I forget about it. So I cope with it by being really excited to read the actual books rather than actually caring about the covers that much. Fifth question is, everyone and their mother love a book you really don't like. Who do you bond with over Overshare Feelings? I would force people who have the same opinion as me usually to read the book, so that they can say that they don't like it either, so that I can talk about it with them. Or else I would go to Goodreads and look at all the bad reviews. This happened whenever I read The Bluest Eye. I really didn't like that, and I was surrounded by people that loved it, and I was what do? I need to find out more people who hate it. So I went on the Goodreads and I looked at the 1-star reviews and read them all. It's exactly just just having a rant through them, just being I hate that as well. It's I actually love doing that. It's actually so much fun. But yeah, that's an example of when I did that. I just either force somebody else to read it and be don't you hate this, or else I would go on to Goodreads and read all the 1-star reviews. Sixth question is, you're reading a book and you're about to start crying in public. How do you deal? Sometimes I actually just do start crying and then just try to hide it, but it actually happens a lot. I would be we have to have these study periods in my school, so whenever I am reading in those, I always read them in those, and there'll be loads of times whenever I'm just about to cry, and it would happen so much, and I can't really control myself. It just starts, or else I would just if I really didn't want to, I would just stop reading and just right, you can't cry, you just don't cry. But most of the times it wasn't working, at least one tear would come out. it's pretty bad. Like, I cry a lot in books. Seventh question is, a sequel of a book you loved just came out, but you've forgotten a lot from the prior novel. Will you reread the book, skip the sequel, try to find a synopsis on Goodreads, cry in frustration? I probably just would reread the last book because like it's easiest to do that because then you actually enjoy the next book and like you can like remember more stuff. So like that's usually what I would do. Like might as well like just reread them. The eighth question is, you do not want anyone borrowing your books. How do you politely tell people nope when they ask? This doesn't really apply for me because I literally let anybody borrow my books. Well, not anybody, like I don't just like let them in randomers or whatever, but I really do give my books like all my family, all my friends, like whenever they ask I kind of like just give them it because most people I know would take care of my books, but as well like I just want like people that I know to have like an opinion and can talk to me on like the books that I love or any of the books that I have. So I usually just want to give them it, so I don't really have to deal with that because I usually want people like to actually read the books that I like because I usually have nobody to talk to. So whenever it happens I get really excited. Next question is reading ADD. You've picked up and put down 5 books in the last month. How do you get over your reading slump? I usually just watch BookTube if I feel like I'm in a reading slump, but like it's actually so good for getting out of a book slump because you kind of like see all the other books that people are so excited for and you kind of start thinking about how much there is to read. So then you start thinking like, I'm like behind, like I need to read more, I need to read more, like everybody's reading all this amazing stuff and I don't know any of it. So I usually just watch BookTube because it makes you so much more excited and you're kind of like, everybody else is so excited so I should be. So I usually just like watch BookTube and then all of a sudden like I just feel like so excited to read all the books. So that's what I do and it works like literally every time. So like if you're in a reading slump, just do that, it's really good. 10th question is, there are so many new books coming out that you're dying to read. How many do you actually buy? I would buy like as many as I physically could with like whatever money I had. I'd be buying books like literally. Sometimes if I'm like saving up for something, like right now I'm saving up for my holiday and I'm like get loads like spending money, so I barely have any money to spend generally like on books or anything because I'm saving everything. But I bought Six of Crows because I was like, I need it, like I can't like not get it, so I had to. So if there's loads of books that I really want to read, I would buy them if I could, and if I couldn't and I had no money then I just wouldn't because I couldn't. But I buy them like as much as I can, like I just like buy them all, like literally I buy the ones that I'm most excited for. I don't like to just buy every single book, but I buy everything that I can possibly buy. The 11th question is, after you've bought the new books you can't wait to get to, how long do they sit in your shelf before you get to them? It depends how excited I am for them. Like if I'm really excited for them, they're going to be like next on my TBR, like I'm going to be like reading them as soon as I put down the book that I'm already on. Like that happened with, like it's happening with Six of Crows, like I'm actually going to read it and I'm so excited. So I definitely think that it depends on how excited I am, and that's usually how I read as well. Like if I'm not that excited for it, or if I'm like, sometimes I end up not in the mood for something, then it just kind of like ends up on my shelf for ages. But I end up getting to all of my books, so eventually. I still haven't got to all my books, but I will. So that's just basically my answer anyway. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Let me know what you think about the answers that I gave down below and what your answers would be. If you did this video, let me know what answers you gave. I'd be really interested to hear what you had to say. So that's it for this video anyway. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you in the next video.